What started as just a mass of cloud earlier on in the Atlantic has now explosively deepened into what is Storm Ciarán. Later on, I'll let you know what this storm means for Wales and the weather warnings associated with it.
Ciarán.
Hi Jen, well I just checked the recent satellite imagery. We can see that the storm is just offshore. The main rain band will approach some southern areas in the next hour or so. It does look like the storm could bring some damage and disruption to places too, our third storm of the season. So this morning then the storm was just an area of cloud, but since then it's deepened rapidly and now you can see the rotation on it. That's what's been going on over the last few hours and that will be heading our way very shortly. On top of that we can have a little look at the jet stream, which gives an idea of what's going on at the moment. So this is pushing westwards to eastwards. That has been allowing for some quicker flights, those transatlantic ones, but also that's aided in the development of that storm. So in terms of the warnings then, we have a widespread rain warning quite widely within this area. We could see around 20 to 30 millimetres of rainfall, and in some spots there's going to be double that, not exclusively to higher ground. I think some parts of North Wales on a more localised scale could see in excess of 100 millimetres of rainfall by the end of the period. This rain warning has already started. On top of that then we have this wind warning, so the strongest winds at the moment look to be in parts of the south, but particularly the southwest. So yesterday Pembrokeshire was in a small amber wind warning. That has since been removed, but when you do see gusts this high, these could indeed cause some damage, and on top of that you could see some large waves. There could also be some power cuts. Outside of this warning region we could still see some strong gusty winds in places, and also if you look at the shipping forecast we do have some violent winds expected at times. So into the forecast then, whilst that band of rain is offshore, it's going to arrive shortly into some southern areas, and then that's just going to push across the country as we spread through this evening. Some of that will be on the heavy side. It's just going to pivot around too, so there will be some drier gaps, but where we do catch some of these intense spells, there could be some thundery downpours mixed in. Some strong to gale force winds in places too, mainly exposed locations, and those temperatures dipping away then to around 7 to 9 Celsius. Into tomorrow then that rain will continue its journey across the country, so in some places this will be pretty persistent, especially parts of North Wales where we expect the highest rainfall totals. Some bright or sunny spells possible at times too, but we do have those strong gusty winds to deal with. Some gale force winds possible, especially in parts of the southwest, which is where we expect those strongest winds at the moment. Top temperatures, nothing too impressive, 9 to 11 Celsius. So on Thursday night then that storm continuing to bring some showery rain, but it will clear away through the early hours of Friday morning as it heads through the North Sea. With that, those winds will start to moderate. So the storm then clears off into the North Sea. Behind that, a little bit of a break before more low pressure pushes in through this weekend, and that's going to bring some further unsettled conditions. So the forecast for Friday then, we're going to see more in the way of this northwesterly breeze pushing in some showers, some of which could be on the thundery side, quite breezy but not as windy as it has been. And then looking at the outlook, as you can see, it looks pretty unsettled. That's your forecast, Jen.